like how we treated Pokemon cards back in the day. I had a thick
Nani?
like this many Pokemon cards, like stacked. Thick stack, there we go. Thick stack of Pokemon cards. I'm back. Feels like I haven't filmed in ages. Well, I think it has been like a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. I was in Croatia having my best life in Savtat. Truly wonderful place to be or visit if you haven't. I've been 3 times, so I don't know. I think I should learn some Croatian, Hrvatski, by now. I know like just a few things, but I should really learn the language. But I'm in the midst of my Japanese studies as well, so it's not like I can handle multiple languages at the same time, maybe. Anyway, I'm here in my fantastic Naruto t-shirt. That's not an ad, by the way. I just love Naruto merch. I want to talk about the Pokemon cards, the Pokemon card market, so to speak, although it's not like I know anything about it, but I've noticed things, and I think anyone who collects Pokemon cards has noticed that the market is dipping or slowing down and people are selling their product. Well, investor bros are selling their products. So yeah, but I want to talk about that, but also in a way that like now is a good time to get some cards that you have maybe been eyeing if the prices are coming down, and I certainly have some of those cards in mind, or a couple of cards in mind that I would like to get. So I'm gonna talk about those at the end of the video, but first I just wanna touch a little bit on the market aspect of things. So the Pokemon card market is in its summer lull currently, which is a very normal thing, Like a disclaimer, it's not like I have a long-standing understanding about the Pokemon card market in general. I do have a long-standing understanding about Pokemon, but the card market side of things, not really much. I know nothing. I just recently came back to collecting cards, so it's been under a year for me. But what I gather is this correction of the market that, well, may be happening in general, but also like during summertime, that's a very normal thing. Because summertime, Christmas season, people are not spending as much money. People tend to be a bit more active during those times of the year, so it's not like they be like throwing out money to cards as much. Now, but for me, this is a prime time to maybe get a couple of new cards for my own collection. Hello. I go by Puni, which is a childhood nickname given by my sister, and I like style and I like Pokemon. Hence the topic today. Now, I collect for my own personal enjoyment. It's a hobby for me. This is not a business for me at all. I'm not selling my cards. I don't even have a trade binder, guys. But where I stand with this, I think it's a good thing that the honestly very freakishly inflated price are coming down. I would think it's a positive for the hobby in general. Like, I don't know, the only people who are panicking are the investor bros, and they will move on from Pokemon to other franchises, and good riddance to them. I'm not obviously talking about people who have built a business around Pokemon cards or who have their own shops, stores, who do vending. I hope that's clear. Like, investor bro is a different thing than what I just described, so there's that, of course. But it's been very clear that Pokemon has endured some issues lately with scalping, with fake product, counterfeit cards as well, and also this is a serious issue in Japan. It's a bit odd to say, but Pokemon is leading people to a very dark path, to a criminal path, to debt. It's not Pokemon's fault. I'm not blaming Pokemon or the Pokemon company. Like, people be making their own bad decisions, obviously, but it has been a big problem in the hobby and in Japan as well. So, Japan is now trying to kind of remedy this situation. Japan as a government has set up a new parliamentary group. JapanToday reports the primary goal of the parliamentary group is to establish rules to help prevent counterfeit cards and better restrict bulk purchases for resale purposes. Now, it seems that everything is still very, very early stages, and these things take time. When the government is involved in a lot of countries, in Finland as well, when the government is involved, decision making and kind of spreading the new procedures everywhere, it takes time. It's not like it happens in a couple of weeks or anything like that. So I think I will be kind of following the situation a bit this is very interesting to me, to be honest, like how Japan as a country is trying to remedy this situation. And I like that they are taking this quite seriously as well. Also, this might be separate from the parliamentary group or Japan government in general. But Pokemon Center Online decided very recently that some purchases made through the Pokemon Center would require Japan's My Number card and the government's digital identification app. Also, the Pokemon Company has announced that in some Japanese card stores, there would be a facial recognition or like facial identification software system, you know, to prevent crime, basically. So it prevents people from making like multiple visits to one store in a day. Like, Japan really says, enough with these shenanigans. We are not looking at this anymore. Stop it. They aren't messing around, and I think that's good, honestly. I don't think this affects like the worldwide market too much. Like what we are seeing now, I think it's just correction, market correction, because the prices have been crazy high, and it's just natural course of things, you know. And Japan creating these measures to basically prevent crime, prevent scalping, prevent counterfeit cards on the market in general, that's a positive, right? Like, I for one would hope that the inflation would correct and it would become like a normal state of the Pokemon card hobby, because I don't think what the hobby has experienced is a normal thing. And I say this again as someone who has only collected under a year, again, like in my adult life, and still this is all very noticeable to me as well, because I visit, you know, card shows, I go to events, and the prices go like woo. It's very noticeable, has been very noticeable. Like the difference from last autumn to this spring, it's been a bit cray, and yeah. Okay, so now let's get to the cards that I actually might be able to add to my own collection, or that I am dreaming that the prices will drop a bit more. I collect both Japanese and English cards, and I mainly, at least right now, I am only looking to buy from card events, from expos. That's just a preferred way for me, because I like to see the cards, I like to communicate with the vendors, and that's just how I want to do. I have never bought anything online. I have never spent more than 50 euro on one card. I think my most expensive card was 33 euro, and that was Poliwhirl illustration rare in English from the 151. So what you are willing to pay and what I am willing to pay, those might be like two very different things, but this is my budgeting. Okay, but let's start. First up is the Perfect Order Mega Starmie SIR. I'm looking at the pictures of the cards from my screen at the same time, because I want to marvel the card art at the same time, so don't mind that. I've seen this card in shows in English, and I've seen it go as high as 70 euro. I guess the price trend for right now has been a little over 40 euro, so that's something I would definitely want to add to my collection. I love Starmie and Mega Starmie. Mega Starmie is my favorite Mega Evolution. I know that's controversial, that is an unpopular opinion, but she's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss Pokemon Legends ZA, and she jumps. I love her. What can I say? She's also a comedy queen. Thumbs up from me. If I find it under 40 euro, I think I would definitely get it, because I have the two other Starmie full arts from the same set from the Perfect Order, so I would really want to get the Mega Starmie SIR for my own collection. But again, in English or in Japanese, I don't care which one. Okay, the next one is the Ascended Heroes Psyduck illustration rare. This card has exploded in price and in popularity, and everyone is like, why? Well, we all love Psyduck, me included, but I think the common reaction to the price of this thing has been like, why though? But it became a very popular and very expensive card, and I want it, but I'm not willing to pay what I have seen it going for. I saw the Japanese version. This was in early May to go for around 30 euro. That's an okay price for me, but at that point I decided to go with stamped Tentacruel card that I really love. You know, this Tentacruel card, it's a vintage one. It has the Expedition stamp, I think, if I remember correctly. And I just wanted to go with that because the side deck is obviously newer, easier to find. And the side deck was in Japanese, so it was a bit more affordable, but still after that, like the price is just skyrocketed for some reason. Right now though, like talking about late June, I think the English version, I saw it go for around 60 to 70 euro. This was in Finland Card Expo. And I guess the price range is still around 50 euro, but it's coming down slightly, and that's a good sign. That's still too much for me though, personally, but in Japanese, guys, in Japanese, I would definitely be willing to buy this. I do love the illustration of this card. It's giving holiday. It's giving the Zen holiday moon where I would like to go back to. Like, take me back to the Adriatic Sea. In Japanese, this would be affordable enough for my collection. Next two cards are Misty related. So first up is Misty's Lapras from Distant Rivals. Now I have seen this in a card show earlier this year, around early March I want to say, and I think the English card was priced around 50 to 60 euro. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, to me that's a lot of money for a card, but right now it appears to average somewhere around 30 euro. So that's intriguing to me. And the other mystery related card is the notorious Starmie V. You know, from Astral Radiance Trainer Gallery. I say notorious because the price of this thing, I've seen it selling from around 80 euro to almost 200 euro. I don't understand how some like the same card can be 80, 200 or even more. I understand that obviously the card condition plays a role, but this is not an old card either, so like how bad can the condition really get? But yeah, those price like from 80 to 200, I've seen that during the span of my collecting, so from last autumn to this summer. That's a huge difference in my books. But this card, it is kind of a holy grail card for me. I just really like the Starmie V. Looking at it now, it has gone down in price. Honestly, if I saw this in a good condition for 60 to 70 euro, I would like to get it for myself. Especially in a card show. If I saw this in a card show, I would snag it 100%. That price still stings because it's one card, guys. It's one. And I don't have anything to trade for either. I think now would be a good time to mention that I could never afford to buy all of these most expensive wishlist cards in one go. No. This is a long haul for me. It's eyes on the prize and moving forward and that sort of thing. Like no matter how affordable these cards would get, they would never be that affordable that I could just be like, give all of them to me. Down the line, if the prices don't hike up, these are the cards that I would really want to keep in my radar. Now there are two types of cards that I really love. The ones that show the Pokemon and the scenery from under and over of the surface of water. You guys know if you have watched any of my card videos, but also the more slice of life type cards. And the Starmie V, to me, it's in the slice of life category. You know, Misty is my all-time favorite character. I love Starmie as a Pokemon. Girlies are hanging in the pool during a summer day, having a little drink, little snack, fruit on the side. It's a beautiful card to me. But I'm gonna jump to my other Holy Grail card. I have two of them. This is the latter. And this is kind of an exception to the rule because it's not slice of life, it's not a water scenery, but it's my favorite Pokemon. I don't have only one, but one of my favorite Pokemon. This is one of my favorite Pokemon and the card is just so beautiful. And that card is the Vaporeon EX SIR from Prismatic Evolutions. From this set, Vaporeon, Espeon and Sylveon EX are my favorite ones, but the Vaporeon is the best one. For me, simply because it's my favorite evolution. And I think the illustration is a tiny bit cooler than, for example, the Espeon EX, which is my second favorite from the Prismatic Evolutions. I love the Espeon one, but the Vaporeon just goes like a little bit further for me. Now these are all very expensive, so if I could choose one, this is the one, and this is my other Holy Grail card. I have never seen this Vaporeon in a card show, but I have seen it in a card store, and I'm not even entertaining the idea of buying this card, unless for some reason it would honestly be reduced by like a lot. I still wanted to include it though in this video because the price has gone down, but I've never seen it under like 180 euro, and that is like I'm here and 180 euro is like here. but it's a lot less that this card has been selling for. So I don't know, maybe we can see a dip in the price, but I'm not getting my hopes up for this, but it still stays as one of my Holy Grail cards. I leave a space empty for it in my binder, in my Vaporeon pages. Oh, and by the way, if you were hoping to see a variety of Pokemon typings, I'm so sorry, but I'm collecting water types, and I'm not looking to spend my life savings on Pokemon cards either. So as for now, all my wishlist cards are water Pokemon. But you know, I collect what I like, and that's the best advice anyone can give to anyone. You know, collect what you like. Everyone says this, I know, everyone says this, but for some reason people still feel pressure to get the expensive cards, and people change their opinion. Like, if you didn't like a card art before, but it became super inflated in price and it's now very expensive, now you like it and now you want it. Like, there are people like this. So I don't know, not everyone collects what they like, I guess, but I do, and I think you should too. So the next one is Marill, the illustration rare from Paldea Evolved. I love this card. It's super cute. It's very cute. And it also has my favorite diva, Bruxish, in it. And Pinkerton, Clauncher, Toxapex. Now, to be honest, I'm not really sure what's happening with this card, because I've seen it selling for around 50 euro. And at one point it came down like a lot during the summer, but has gone up again. So maybe I'm mixing it with the Japanese one, because Japanese is usually like more affordable. But hey, like I mentioned, I'm happy to get this in either English or Japanese. Like, I take Mariru over Marill any day, because for this one, the Japanese card price is trending significantly lower, at least right now, than the English one. Around 15 euro. We're talking this level of beauty and cuteness in a card, so 15 euro is easy. Like, take my money, give me the Mariru. Guys, I got it. I sold my old Nintendo DS for store credit at Keeper of Geeks, and I got the Marill, plus other cards as well. But I'm so happy for this. It's precious. Okay, the final 3 cards are Misty's Pokemon. Like, throughout this video, I kind of thought that I would mention cards that, like, where the price has lowered, because that's the trend we are seeing. But these are vintage ones, and I think the vintage cards are the ones that are really holding their price and keeping their value, if you wanna value cards in monetary terms. I think this summer lull, the price drops, etc., the correction of market, it hits to the New Year sets, New Year cards, the very super expensive cards, but the vintage ones are kind of safe. I still want to include this because I want these in my collection. So the drop in price that I'm discussing for these cards is significantly lower, but you know, it still makes them more available for me personally. So I want to talk about them. So the cards that I want to mention now are Misty's Gyarados and Misty's Golduck from original Gym Challenge. I don't need the first edition ones. Like, I'm happy with the other variant as well. I just want the card art, you know, in my collection, in my binder. Both illustrations are by the King, Ken Sugimori-san. They are great. The Gyarados one, I've seen it during this year. When the condition is played or lightly played, I've seen it go for 40 to 50 euro. But when the condition is good, it can be significantly more expensive. Like, I don't know, 120 euro mark, I'd say, if the condition is good. And I mean like average prices. The vintage ones are a bit tricky in my opinion regarding the condition, because the condition plays like a huge role. I said before that I don't really understand how some cards can be significantly lower in price and the same card is significantly higher in price, but in the vintage cards I kind of get it, because it's harder and harder to find them in very good condition. Like how we treated Pokemon cards back in the day, I had a like thick like this many Pokemon cards, like stacked. Thick stack, there we go. Thick stack of Pokemon cards without any sleeves. Like, I didn't know about card sleeves. Like, what were those? And I just had a rubber band, you know. I didn't have binders, so I don't have my old cards anymore. But if I did, even if I did, the condition would be like massively played. Anyway, in vintage cards, the condition obviously matters and it can make the price go very high. This Gyarados, for example, it can be very expensive, but I would be so happy with a lightly played or played Gyarados. Like, I just want it for me. I just want the card art. I don't care if there are white in the card. Like, I do mind if it's like peeling off or something. That kind of bothers me, but like a lightly played version of this card, I would be happy. I've seen it, but I didn't get it last time. Swaggyarp has had it. I don't know if they have it anymore, but next time I'm at an event where Strike Carp is, I am gonna go ask for it if they have it still, because the condition of their Gyarados, the Misty's Gyarados, it has been fine for me. Misty's Golduck though is a bit more affordable, price averaging on around €50, but the condition again can shift the price significantly. I adore a vintage card and I really like this Golduck as well. It's beautiful, it's hollow, but I haven't seen this Golduck in an event ever, I think, but I'll keep my eye out for it. Like, I only have one Golduck in my collection, and this is the only Misty's Golduck, by the way, and I want to have all the Misty's Pokemon. I want to master the Misty's Pokemon, so I need to have the Golduck as well, naturally. The last card for this video is gonna be a Japanese exclusive. Haven't seen this, but I want it. It's Kasumi no Raprasu, so Misty's Lapras, from Pokemon Versus or Pokemon VS. This card has been released in 2001. Vintage card, very nice, very beautiful. It is illustrated by Satoshi Ota. There's only one variant existing and I have no clue where to find this, but I wanted to include it because it's a very unique card. I like the card art itself, and if just possible, I would like to find it from a show. But I don't know, because it's Japanese exclusive. If someone knows someone in Finland who has this card, hit me up, please. Like, the 30-day average on card market says it's around €60, but like, who knows, and the condition again. And it's a vintage card. It plays a role, but hit me up if you know something. Alright. Guys, I think that's that. Let me know if you're looking to buy a specific card or like a specific product during this market correction, summer lull, whatever you want to call it. I know everyone is super hyped and excited about the new celebration set, but I still have cards from the New Year sets as well that I would like to get. I do like the Greninja, I have to say, I like it, but I'm not gonna pay like hundreds of euro for that. No, but there's also the Primarina and the Goldeen. I really like those, and the Misty trainer cards. But yeah, let me know what you want to get next. And also, by the way, Ital hasn't restocked the Pokemon Oreko line of the products, so we'll see if they ever come back. Alright, thank you for watching. If you did, bye!